Hi, it's Heather, and today's class is a total body stretch. We will be opening up the hips, the chest, the shoulders, and more for the option to try compass pose today. So if you have a strap, make sure to grab it beforehand. And before we jump on into our practice, please take a moment to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help to support free yoga here on YouTube. Plus, you'll receive new free yoga classes on this channel every week. And when you're ready, I'll meet you in a child's pose. So come to meet me in a child's pose, taking the knees out wide and walking the hands out in front of you. Forehead comes to the mat, and find a moment of comfort here. Maybe even close the eyes. Find a bit of stillness just to focus on your breath. And shift your attention to the mat, leaving everything else outside of the mat. Just for this brief moment. Deepen your breath. And when you're ready, slowly lift up the hips, shift forward a little bit, come to a tabletop position. Taking your shoulders over the wrists, fingers spread wide, hips above those knees. Inhale, drop the stomach. And exhale, draw the chin in, back of the neck long. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round. Inhale, drop, open the chest. And exhale, round the back, abs pull up towards the ceiling. Come to a neutral for a moment, and then see if you can move your body in what are called barrel rolls. So we're basically going to make little circles with our torso. Same idea, inhaling as the belly drops and exhaling as the back rounds. If this is too weird for you, that's okay. You can stick with the normal cat-cows, but just take a few to one side. Come to neutral, and then take the right foot out to the side of you. Plant the left palm, or keep it where it is. Inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, thread it through, underneath, drop the shoulder. You can even come to fingertips here with this left hand. If this is too deep of a stretch for you, you can always leave both legs in the tabletop position. But try to find some comfort here, some ease. Slowly press yourself back up. Bring that right foot in, back to the neutral tabletop. And let's move through a couple more cat-cows. Just normal ones first, dropping the belly as you inhale, exhaling as you round in your own time. And then try those barrel rolls, rolling the torso down and up in little circles. Try doing them the opposite side that you did before. And then maybe shift the hips back and forth, whatever little movements you need today, take them in this tabletop. And then take the left foot out to the side. Keep the right hand where it is. Inhale, left hand comes up. And then exhale, it threads through, placing the shoulder on the ground and maybe coming to fingertips with this right arm. Again, you can always take the normal tabletop, thread the needle if this version is a little too deep. Slowly press yourself up. Come to that tabletop first, and then bring the knees together. Sit on your heels. Turn your, or lean your head to the right side for a little neck stretch. And you can take your right hand, place it on top of your left ear. No need to pull, gentle is fine. And if you want to feel it a little bit more, you can even take your left hand out to the side. And then let's just switch. You're leaning your head to the left side and taking your left hand, placing it on the right ear. And then if you want to take your palm out to the side, you can do that with your right hand. And release. Take both hands, interlace them, and bring them out in front of you so that your palms are facing forward. Then take them up. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, lean those hands to the right side. Inhale, lift both to the center. And exhale, lean to the left. Come back to center first. Uninterlace. Both hands are up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring both hands out to either side of you. Open up the chest. And then bring the arms forward. Great. Plant the palms out in front of you. Curl the back toes under and meet me in downward facing dog. So pedal it out if you need to through this first down dog, taking your time, easing into the pose. Dropping one heel, lifting the other, and then switching. Connecting every movement with the breath. And then slowly dropping both heels to the floor. You can even place a little bend in the knees if you need to in these positions. Inhale, lift up the right leg, point the toes, bend through that back knee, shift forward, bringing the knee into the chest, and then turn to set your shin down for pigeon. So ankle comes in, knee goes out, gently set it down, come down. Make sure that everything is in line, hips are square to the front of the mat as much as possible. Front toes are pointing, back leg is in a straight line. Inhale, come to fingertips, little lift in the chest, and then exhale, folding down. Maybe coming to forearms, or even bringing like a foam block or something here to rest your forehead on. Wherever you are at, gently press yourself up, and then see if you can lift up the back foot and grab a hold of it with your left hand. Slowly bring it into the hips. So maybe inhaling first and then exhaling to draw that foot in. Gently release, open up the side, and then swing this left leg out in front of you. Go ahead and see if you can grab a hold of your foot or even your calf here and straighten the leg as much as possible for you. Everyone's going to be different. Bring it in towards you, and you can even, if you want to, grab your strap and bring it around your foot, you can do that as well. And no need to be fully straight. There can also be a bend in the knee. And then slowly bend the knee, cross that right foot over the, or your left foot over the right knee. Inhale, lift up the right arm, and exhale, twist to the left side. Can bring left fingertips behind you and even look back. With every inhale, maybe the spine gets a little taller, a little longer, And every exhale, twisting just a little bit deeper. Slowly untwist and turn your body, your torso, all the way to the right side. Lift up the hips. You're going to come into a forward fold facing the back of your mat. So take a moment in this forward fold. Whatever you need to, you can place a little bend in the knees or even grab opposite elbows. Letting gravity do all the work. And letting your upper back release and relax. Release elbows if you were holding them. And then slowly walk your hands out in front of you to come to downward facing dog. Find that beautiful down dog, pressing your chest towards the thighs, arms active. And then inhale, lift up the left leg. Point the toes. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it into the chest, shift forward. And then set the shin down for pigeon. Bringing the ankle in, the knee out. Squaring the hips so that your hips are like headlights towards the back of your mat this time. Point the front toes. Make sure that your back leg is in a straight line. Inhale, find a little lift. Maybe even look up for a moment. And then exhale, fold it down. Come onto forearms. And find some stillness. Slowly press yourself back up. And then lift up the back foot. See if you can grab a hold of it with your right hand. Inhale first, and then exhale, draw that foot into the hips. And try not to let your hips shift too much. It's really easy to shift your hips in this position and not keep them square. So just doing the best that you can do. And then gently release. Open up through the side to swing this right foot and leg out in front of you. Grab a hold of your foot or behind your calf, wherever you're at, and straighten through the leg. Draw the leg towards you. And try to keep your spine, your torso nice and straight too. Try not to round so much like like this. Try to keep it nice and straight. And then bend through that knee, cross the foot over the left knee. And then inhale, lift up the left hand, hook it onto the right knee, and look towards your right, out behind you. Right fingertips come behind you. Make sure in these twisting poses that you're twisting mostly with your core and not so much cranking yourself backwards with your elbow. That way you keep your spine nice and safe. And then untwist. Go ahead and turn to come to a forward fold at the back of your mat. Grab opposite elbows. Gently unhook the elbows and crawl all the way forward. So bring the palms forward and then gently bring the whole body down to come to lie down onto your belly. Bring both arms out in front of you for a little Sphinx pose. Engage the legs, kneecaps lift, open up through the chest. You're almost like pulling the mat towards you a little bit. But your shoulders are staying directly over your elbows. And breathe here. And then lift up the elbows. Come to a cobra. So palms are pressed into the mat. Pretty good. Fingers spread wide. Keep this right palm planted. Lift up the back left foot and see if you can grab a hold of it with your left hand. And slowly draw that foot into the hips. Gently release. Let's take it straight to the other side. So planting the left palm, lifting up the right foot, and just seeing if you can grab a hold of it, and then slowly drawing that foot into the hips. Wherever you're at today, so if you need to skip this as well, that's okay. And even stay in that Sphinx pose, feel free to do so. Gently release. Bring the whole torso down just for a moment. Take a deep breath, sigh it out. And then press yourself up to a tabletop position where our shoulders were over our wrists and our hips were right over our knees. Lift up the right leg and then squeeze it into the midline. Flex through that front foot, step it right in between your hands. Inhale, both hands come up, high lunge, or low lunge. Geez, where am I at today? So lengthen down through the tailbone as you're actively squeezing those inner thighs together. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, rise the fingertips up a little bit higher. And then exhale, open the chest, spread the hands out wide, and float the fingertips down. Curl the back toes under, lift up the back knee, and then plant the palms. See if you can lift up the front foot nice and strong, drawing the knee into the chest, and then setting it down for pigeon once more. So foot in, knee out. One more pigeon pose. Inhaling, lifting the chest just a little. Exhale, folding down. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. And then slowly press yourself up. Open up the side to bring that back leg out in front. Go ahead and cross the left knee over the right so that you're going to stack your knees here. And then inhale, lift both hands up. Exhale, fold it forward. So both knees are stacked on top of one another. Feet are on either side of you. Slowly press yourself up. Keep those legs where they're at. We're going to go ahead and take a full cow face pose. So if you have your strap, go and grab it. Grab it with your right hand. Bring the strap behind you, bending the elbow. Your palm is facing your back. Take your left hand and bend this elbow as well. Your left hand's going to reach for the strap out behind you. Grab a hold of it with either side and try to make sure that your elbows stay into the midline, that they don't splay out to the sides too much. And you can slowly begin to walk your hands closer together using the strap until they can eventually interlace. Great way to open up the shoulders. And try to keep your head and neck in line with the spine. Slowly uninterlace. You can uncross the legs as well. We're going to go for a full compass pose. So again, an option to skip, but if you feel like you want to challenge yourself today and try something maybe new, go for it, and you can try this with me here. So you can stay where you're at, but I'm actually going to turn towards you so you can see what I'm doing. Keep the right sole into just in and bring the left foot up out in front of you, just like we did before. But this time, place a little bend first. Bring your left hand, thread it through underneath to see if you can bring this left knee over your shoulder. If you have your strap, handy dandy strap, make sure to make a loop through it. Place it on your foot and then grab a hold of it nice and tight. Bring your left fingertips out to the side of you and then slowly work to straighten the leg. You can keep a hold of this strap, slowly bring the leg up and open up through the chest. And maybe look up and towards this right side a little bit. And option to always do without the strap as well. If you were there in your practice, grabbing a hold of the foot and straightening through the leg. Open up through the chest. And gently releasing. Very nice. Let's take a tabletop position like we did before. I will meet you there. Neutral tabletop, and then let's take 3 cat poses. So inhale at a neutral, and then exhale round the back. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, neutral one more time. Exhale, pull those abs up towards the ceiling. And come back to your neutral. Lift up the left knee. Point the toes. Squeeze the knee into the chest. And then flex through that front foot, step it through. Rise up, inhale, low lunge. Making sure that your front knee stays over your ankle. Lengthening down, scissoring those thighs together. This is one of those poses that I recommend doing every day. It's probably one of my favorites. Inhale, find a little lift in the fingertips, and then exhale, spread the arms out wide, lift the chest, round the back just a little, and bring the fingertips forward. Curl the back toes under, lift up that back knee, plant the palms, strong here, lift up the front foot, Squeezing the knee into the chest and then adjusting to set it down for pigeon on the other side. Not compromising our form here, let's double check. Make sure that the front foot is pointed, the back foot is in line with the rest of the leg, hips are square, inhale, little lift in the chest, exhale, fold it down for a few breaths. Slowly press yourself up. Open up to the right side so that you can swing that right leg to the front. Go ahead and cross your right leg over the left so that you can stack the knees. Both feet are on either side of you. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, fold it forward. Use your hands to press you up. Keep the legs where they're at. We're going to add in the arms. So taking the right hand or left hand, bringing it up, bend the elbow so that your palm is facing towards your upper back. Right hand comes out behind you, bend the elbow. See if you can reach for those fingertips, or if you need your strap, go ahead and walk your hands along the strap. And try to keep both elbows in the center, not splaying out to the sides. Gently release wherever you're at. Uncross the legs, and let's go for that full compass on the other side. So grabbing your strap, making sure that you have that loop in it still. Bring the left foot in. Take your right foot, bend the knee first, and see if you can grab a hold of it first with your left hand. Thread the right arm through. See if you can Really snuggle this right shoulder into the knee. Come to fingertips and taking your strap if needed to your foot. Straighten through the leg. Open up through the chest. And it's okay if your leg comes out to the side. It doesn't have to come straight up. Or if you're ready for the full compass without the strap, go ahead and grab the outside of your foot. And really open up through the chest. Gently release wherever you are at. Place your strap to the side of the mat. And come back to that tabletop position with me. 3 more cat poses, just like before. So neutral first. Inhale and exhale, round the back. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, round. Inhale one more time, neutral. And exhale, draw the chin in, back of the neck long. Come to a neutral tabletop, and then sit your heels back, or hips back, bring your feet out in front of you. Soles of the feet together. Take your thumbs, place them in the center of your soles. Elbows can come out to the sides. Inhale, nice and straight first. And then exhale, fold down. Slowly come up. Take the soles, plant them in front of you. Maybe shift forward a little bit. And then slowly roll onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. Adjust your hips, your shoulders, however you need so that your back is flush with the ground and you are comfortable. Bring the right knee into the chest, keeping the left foot where it is. Flex through this right foot and cross it over the left knee. Option to stay here or lift up this left foot. See if you can grab a hold of the back of the thigh. Keeping this right foot really flexed here. Maybe unclenching the jaw, relaxing the shoulders. And then release the thigh and see if you can just twist right from here to bring your right sole to the floor. So a little bit of a different twist today. Bring your right hand out to the right side, palm face up. Relax here. Feel your shoulders melt into the mat. Find a softness in your face. And let yourself just enjoy this moment. Bring the left knee up, slowly uncross, bring the right sole to the mat, and then bring the left knee into the chest. Give it a little squeeze, flex through that left foot, and cross it over the right knee. Option to stay here or lift up the right foot, threading the hands through, grabbing hold of the back of the thigh. Keeping this left foot flexed generously. I like to say if you find that your shoulders and neck are crunching up, you can always put a block under the head to help. It'll be a lot more comfortable. And then see if you can twist to the right, planting that left sole on the ground. Left hand can come to the other side of you, palm face up. And I like to place my right hand on my stomach, but wherever you want to place it, whatever works for you. slowly lift up the right knee, wherever you're at. Uncross and bring both knees into the chest. Give them a hug. Maybe even lift the head for a little bit. Bring it in. Nice and tight. And then release everything. Feet come to either corner of your mat. Hands come palm face up to either side of you. Leaving you here in Shavasana today, please take a moment to take this Shavasana for yourself, just for even if it's a few breaths before you get up. I hope that you enjoyed this total body stretch and flowing with me, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Namaste. I'll see you soon.